Hi, everyone. I'm Mackenzie Van Patten with the Daniels team at Keller Williams Realty in Savannah, Georgia. And thank you for joining me today. This is not going to be long, but what I wanted to do is address something that I've been hearing a lot lately. And I want to address it with some cold, hard, factual numbers for any of you numbers people out there. I know the numbers help me also better understand. So it'll be good to go through. So, what I've been hearing a lot of is people saying, I'm going to wait for interest rates to come down. Perfectly reasonable, right? Interest rates are a little bit on the higher side right now. We're still seeing around 6.5%. Let's use 6.5% as a base here. If we wait a year for interest rates to come down to 5.5%, we're going to look at how much money we are going to be saving by doing that or not saving. So, let's look at that. So, first thing here, I ran some numbers on Zillow. Let's look at a base price of 350,000 purchase price. That's the average sale price here in Savannah right now. Say we're putting down 3.5% in 31401, just a 30-year fixed rate mortgage, and the interest rate is 6.5%. That monthly payment is 2,514. Of course, there's other numbers that go into this too, property taxes, insurance, all of that. But we're just going to keep it very basic level for this. Now, let's go over to the other side here. And all factors are the same, except the interest rate is now 5.5%. And that payment has now decreased down to $2,296. That's great. That's a saving of $218 every month for the next year. So you'll see here in step one, that's $218 a month over the course of the next year, $2,600 a year that you could be saving if you wait for interest rates to come down 1%. Okay, now let's look at what we could possibly be missing out on. And I will say could likely be missing out on the equity growth, right? If you buy a home, it's going to appreciate most likely in the next year and continue appreciating each year. So in the Savannah area, we are still typically appreciating around that 3 to 5% every year range. And so just use 2% as a basis at 350,000. That's 7,000 extra dollars that the home is appreciating. That's extra equity that you have in the home, not by doing anything, just simply owning the home, because the home will just appreciate over time. If we get a 4% appreciation rate, that's great. That's $14,000 of extra equity that you have. At 6%, $21,000. You see where we're going with this. We're going to use 2%. So we're going to keep it very basic, as if the home really is not appreciating a whole lot. So let's take that 7,000. And then let's also look at the negotiation opportunity that you could be possibly missing out on. Now, we don't know what sorts of discounts anybody's going to get in the future, right? It could be more, it could be less than they're getting now, but what we do know is what's happening right now. And that's what this whole video is about, is just focusing on the facts that we have now. On a $350,000 house, sellers are getting about 98% of what they asked for, which that means that you're basically paying $343,000. That's a $7,000 discount. Again, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. Maybe there will be more discounts, maybe there will be less, but you know what's happening right now. So if we take just that basic 2% appreciation growth, that's $7,000 that you're building in equity, plus you're getting a $7,000 discount right now, compared to saving $2,600 a year by waiting a year, right? So I think people are definitely thinking properly by wanting to save money and, noticing how interest rates affect your mortgage payment. It does. It definitely does. And we also need to recognize the risks of waiting and what we could be leaving on the table, and how when we're pursuing saving money, we might actually be losing more money in that process, if that makes sense. So just to wrap up, just understand that we could possibly be leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table by waiting for interest rates to possibly come down. Plus, who knows, right? What if they don't come down for 3 years? Are you okay continuing to live in an apartment, continuing to live with your parents, continuing to live in a home that's too small for you until interest rates change, not knowing when they're going to come down? I'll throw one last thing at you. We have a lot of buyers right now who are on the fence, or they're really kind of on the sidelines, and they're waiting to get into the game. As soon as interest rates come down, they are jumping in. So, say interest rates do come down to 5.5%. Every buyer is going to want to jump in and be in the game. And what is that going to do? Now we're back in multiple offer situations. We're in bidding wars. We have homes selling over asking price. So you're now competing against a lot of other buyers, and you're probably going to end up paying more for the house because you are competing. So just different things to think about. But I just wanted to present you guys with this information for any of you numbers people out there to really see what this actually looks like. If you have any questions at all about your situation, if you're kind of on that edge, just reach out to me. I'm happy to chat with you about some different options based on your purchase price, based on your timeline. I'm just happy to chat with you guys about any details. And you don't have to be in Savannah. If you have questions about real estate and you're located outside of this area, just call me up. I'm still happy to chat with you and answer any questions that you have. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks, everyone.